Hello. Look what we're trying to send you, Jacki.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm so proud of myself.
You did it twice.
Okay. I had to sit here and practice so that I could do it.
Yep. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day.
So,
yes.
So good to see all of you. So glad that you're here with us today.
Happy Love Day, huh?
Yes. It just makes it so fun.
Yes.
So it brightens our days, at least mine.
Yes.
I know I can speak for you.
Yes. And Donna, thank you. I do feel much better. Although I cannot tell a lie. I did have a really bad morning and I went and bought a Diet Coke. Now, I've only drank that much of it.
That's okay.
But it's sitting on my desk and it makes me feel better.
Okay.
But at least it's there.
And I didn't buy a 44 ounce today. I bought a 32 ounce with extra ice.
Yes.
So it's really a 20 ounce, right?
Yes. Yes.
So there we go.
Yeah. So happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I shout out to my family that wished me Valentine's Day. My spouse wished me Valentine's Day, and all the girls here. And Kyle gave us the funniest Valentine ever. That was, I wish I would have saved it so that we could do it on the air because it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. Yeah. You hit this thing and it puffs up.
And then all of a sudden it pops. Yeah.
And then out comes this cute little heart-shaped Mylar. It was kind of Mylar.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
Donna, I am off Diet Coke. And it has been several weeks, but I caved just a little, but I haven't drank it all. So
she did. Oh, we have one.
We have one. Okay. Okay. So Kyle gave us this Valentine. If this is not typical Kyle, watch this. Okay. You guys ready?
It's going to make me.
Okay. You're scared.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
Okay. We got to wait. All right.
Okay. We ready? Now, if this isn't the perfect Valentine, okay, this is what you do.
Hopefully you can do
it is you go.
Whoa, that hurt my ears.
Okay. Is it working?
Yeah, it's a slow guy.
Okay.
Wait, is it?
Is it working? Oh, what if I broke it? No.
Oh, there
it goes. Okay, now watch.
Okay.
Watch.
Here it comes.
I'm so scared.
Me too. Oh, okay. Okay, it's not on it yet. Or can you?
It's gonna happen.
It will.
Okay. This is how I feel on Valentine's Day. Frankly, this is how I feel after I eat.
Mine took forever to.
So just keep going.
Okay, we're just gonna keep talking.
Yeah, but
it's gonna happen, and you guys are gonna love it.
Yeah, but it's gonna scare us to death.
It is gonna scare us to death.
So if I just jump and scream, I won't.
Yep.
Yep. We just.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know if I can do it.
No, you don't take it out of the package first, Marilyn.
You have to just watch it. So
I wonder if it's not going to work because look.
No,
it blew up right here. I really look. it pops out and it says, "I'm sweet on you." So cute.
Yeah, that's darling.
Okay.
So
it is like opening crescent rolls.
Oh, yes.
Whew.
Okay, that was fun. I'm going to take that over there for a sec. Whoa. All right. That was a little nerve-wracking.
Yep.
So, yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well,
I've lost my train of thought now.
Well, Hey, you have a little friend.
Oh,
on your
yes,
shirt.
I do have a little friend on my shirt. I want you to see this. I don't know if you can really see it too well. This is a little Valentine sticker that I got from my grandson. It's Bluey. If any of you have watched the cute little kids show Bluey, he brought me this sticker.
Oh, that's so cute.
I had to wear it today. So so that's why. That's
So
why I have
cute.
it is really cute. And it's fuzzy.
Oh, I love it. I'm not going to reach over and feel that because, you know.
That's okay. You don't have to.
Okay, good.
So, but it's really cute.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
that was really fun.
Well, that was fun. So anyway, anytime we can express that. I did something today that I regret, and it's making me feel a little sad.
Oh dear.
It is the day of love, right? You should love
Yes.
everybody.
Yes.
Lots of you know about my sister that divorced me.
Oh,
She
yes.
decided she didn't want anything. So I sent everyone in my family a little Valentine's today, and I told her that I loved her. She rejected me. She sent one of those. Hillary has left the conversation and has not opened your message.
Oh.
So
I'm
looking for sisters.
Okay.
Any of you out there want to volunteer? I got one.
I said, you've got me.
Yep.
So yes, for sure.
Yep.
And you've got all of us here, girlfriends.
Yep.
So that's sad.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little mad at her.
Well,
but whatever.
Just forget about it. You have enough. You have other people that.
Yep. And Heidi, look at all these sisters I have.
Yeah.
Okay, you all. I have so many sisters.
So let's try this again. Okay, let's try it again.
Yay.
Okay, see,
Behind the machine, Jacki.
I'm behind the machine. I'm even pointing my thumbs. What in the world is going on? See, I completely fail at this.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, I did it twice, and I'll just count that as a win.
Look, you guys made me feel so good. I've got so many sisters out there. So you don't need to be blood, right?
Yeah, no, they don't.
Pretty fun.
Yeah. It's so true.
Okay, so let's move on before I cry.
Yeah,
we don't want any of that. I hope you have some funnies.
We love you. I do have some funnies today.
Okay.
So there's a couple of them that, they're not, I tried to steer clear of the dad jokes today. So, we forgot we need to do the intro first.
Wow.
Okay. We got so sidetracked.
I know.
So
welcome to three. Thing number one.
Something to make you smile, which we'll get to.
Thing number two
is something to learn.
And thing number three.
We'll give you a sneak peek.
All right. And the next time Abby's over there with the mouse going, hey,
wait a sec.
Maybe we should pay attention.
Yeah, I said we're really sidetracked.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, yes. So okay, we're rolling.
Okay. Now I'm crying. Thank you for all of you that will be my sister and all of you that feel my pain just a little bit.
Yeah. So. I want to give a shout out to Abby.
You all.
Yeah, to Abby over here because she keeps us in line.
Yes.
And she actually is the best. So I know she's behind the camera and you don't see her very often.
Oh my gosh, she's fantastic.
Just want her to know that we appreciate her.
And we love her.
And yes, we sure do.
And she just gave us a heart.
Yes.
So all right, let's do something funny.
Oh, okay.
What do we got going on?
Do I still not have? Oh, here we go. Okay, here's one. How is it? Okay, slurp. I don't know. I don't think I taste as good as I used to. Really? Let me check.
Oh
no, you still taste good to me.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So in
that's cute.
Yeah, for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that was cute.
This next one, I saw this as a t-shirt. I think we all need to have one of these t-shirts.
All right. Blessed are the quilters, for they shall be called peacemakers.
Yes. I love that.
I think that's
It's
cute.
a really cute.
That's a beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
We should all have one of those.
Yeah. So see, no dad jokes yet.
Wow, Jackie, are
I
you
know.
feeling okay?
I know, right? I think this one is a dad's joke, though.
Okay.
Darn it. I know better than to have a cup of coffee after October.
Oh, my Lanta, that is me lately.
Okay, let me tell you, I haven't been able to sleep either.
Me
I've been
neither.
awake and I toss and I turn, and I just have been having the roughest time sleeping.
Is it the time of year? Me too.
Is the moon?
Yeah, I lay awake.
Is it the moon
I don't know.
or something that? Oh, but it's yeah.
Gail says she has that shirt.
Really? Oh, I
Yeah.
love that shirt.
Oh, we
So
need it.
I've seen a lot. Okay, I think we have one more. I had to say this because I just went to the dentist, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
My dentist says bacon and soda work just as good as toothpaste. That's baking soda. Hey, if you brush your teeth with baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, it makes them very white.
Yes.
It's not so good for the enamel, but
Yeah.
it makes them very
Well,
white.
I've been doing this nightly thing to see if I could get my teeth whiter.
Is it
We'll
working?
see. I don't know. I've only done it 2 days, so
Oh.
we'll see what happens.
Yes. All right. And then this last one we want to share is so sweet. We started doing a new thing. We used to have a big map of, if you visited our shop,
Oh,
you could
yeah.
put like a little thumbtack on the map. But we're like, you know what? Only the people that come into the shop see that. So these we're going to start to post, but we just wanted to share this with you all. And we had some visitors in the store today.
Oh my goodness.
Is that not so cute? And it says,
29.
I traveled 2,900 miles to meet the girlfriends.
Oh,
Is that not so
that is
sweet?
sweet.
So
Yeah.
shout out to our friends that traveled. So if you come into our shop and you have traveled, I don't care if you've traveled 6 miles or 5,000 miles or 15,000 miles. Hey, take a picture and let us know
Yeah.
that you traveled to see us,
That's so
because
sweet.
we love all of you. And we know there are a lot of you that travel
Yeah.
quite a long distance or
Yeah.
quite a short distance.
Well, and we love it too.
Yes.
So it gives us a chance to see you and to meet you
Yep.
in person, which is great.
Yep.
So we love that.
Yep. All right. Well, we have a lot to get going today.
we do that.
Because guess what today is?
Today is my first quilt day.
It's
Right?
the day we're going to fall in love with quilting again.
Yes.
Yep.
And
so,
I need this. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't care how long or how short a time you have been quilting. We can all learn from each other. And sometimes with everything in life, it's great to just take it back to the basics.
Yeah.
And so we decided that Chris came up with this, and she teaches a class from it. So we kind of wrote up the pattern, because there wasn't really a pattern written. But we wrote up the pattern, and we are going to take the next several days to go over some basics and fall in love with quilting. So those of you that are sewing along with us.
Yeah. I was just wondering, do I have a picture? Oh, I do have a picture. Yeah. Here's a picture of what it looks like.
And here's a picture.
Oh,
of
we
the
have
quilt.
oh, wait a second.
You might want to look at this picture,
okay.
but I have the real thing.
All right. Don't look at this picture. Let's look at this quilt. So we have the real thing. That's a much better, that's much better.
Isn't this so?
You guys are the shortest people
I know we are the shortest people.
On the planet.
We should
Go
have.
that way so you're not behind the machine.
Okay, we should get step stools in here. Don't you
Look how
think?
cute this is. So there's lots of blocks that we are going to work through.
Okay, so each of these are on the same on the outside, but they're different on the inside.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking, Allison and I today will be talking about the outside and 3 blocks that we're going to do on the inside. But everyone that will be doing it after us will talk about the inside.
Yep.
So
if you have scraps, sew along with us. If you
I
want to put this
love
together,
these
if you
colors.
have bought the kit, great.
is this the kit color?
Yeah, that's one of the kit colors, and then we're doing
and
the
then
second.
we're doing the second color
Yep.
kit.
Yep.
Oh, well, I think this is
this
adorable.
is called Evermore
I
that
love
we
this.
showed. And so this is just fun. Scrap Baxter way. Joanne, we don't have a picture with the other colorway, but that is the colorway we are going to be doing. So you'll see it as it comes together.
I said you can see some of the fabrics that we have here.
Yep.
That are kind of more bright.
Okay, if yours
right?
hasn't arrived yet, it's why we started with the really easy blocks. And there will be, I mean, this is on 3 at 3, so there's a replay, so you can go back.
Yeah.
But Lisa says, where can you purchase the pattern? I think it is in the club for free. And if not, Lisa, we'll have that answer for you tomorrow.
Okay. So we're going to actually sell kits tonight. Are we selling kits tonight? No.
No, we sold them last week.
You sold them last week.
And yes, the pattern is in the kit.
So
Roberta.
yeah, this is really fun. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk a little bit about what supplies you might need for your quilt kit. So I always like to have a marking pen. I've got a friction pen. I like to have a small ruler. After that, once I've cut all of my blocks, I like to cut all of my blocks at once, but Allison likes to do hers block by block.
Yes.
So either way works, whatever works best for you. So a good rotary blade.
Which if
with
you
a rotor
purchased
cutter.
it, this
Yes.
is also in your kit.
Yes. And I also really like this magic wand, which is really cool for when you're drawing diagonal lines on your squares.
Yeah.
And so a good iron also is really, really helpful, and some best press. There's some things up in the air about whether they use steam or whether you don't use steam.
Personal preference.
I think it's a personal preference
Right.
for sure. And it also helps to have a wool mat.
Okay.
Wool mats also make your seams really nice and flat. You can also use fabric folding pens to press some of your seams open, and sometimes that works really well as well. So yeah, those are just a few of my favorites. Do you want to add to any of those?
Well, I don't press with steam. I'm a dry presser. And this is exactly how I do. Like you said, I cut as I go because I don't like to keep track of all the pieces. But if you do, then
show us.
Just a simple little baggie or a way to keep track so that you can label keep track of
block
what
block
you're
B,
doing,
and block C. So that works out
just
really
like
good.
Cindy said, just buy my iron.
Yes. And the clapper also, Dolores, that's a great suggestion too. There's clappers for you as well. So there's so many different tools that you can use to help yourself become successful. And any machine will work really well.
Yep.
So
Bryn, thank you. Yes, we do have more kits. You can find them there. So as we get going, then I appreciate Bryn putting up that link. And we are also sewing on the Baby Lock Altair, which has some different things that we will point out. But as we go, there's some important tips and tricks that I thought that we will go like making sure on each individual machine, you know what a 1/4 inch seam is.
Yes.
And that you're being consistent with that 1/4 inch seam.
It's really important to practice your 1/4 inch seam. Did you know that those, I call them recipe cards, but they're the cards with the lines in them?
Index cards.
Index cards. You know that the index cards in between, that's exactly a 1/4 inch seam.
Yes.
So you can use that as a guide to see if you're actually getting your 1/4 inch seam.
And when we go to our machine, you'll also see we use some tape on there that actually is a 1/4 inch seam tape. And I use that on my machine, even though I have a guide beam that I use, I still put this fun little 1/4 inch seam tape on mine.
It's called diagonal seam tape.
Yes.
So that works really well. Material Magic is great as well to help with your flat seams.
Yep.
So those are great tips.
Yes.
And I use the same presser foot the whole time as well. I don't change it to a 1/4 inch foot, but you can and definitely do that. I think Kyle did a 1/4 inch seam demonstration on Meet the Machines on a Tuesday.
She sure did.
So you could maybe go back and watch that if you have any questions about a 1/4 inch seam.
There's a ton of questions, and so I think that as we go through, I'm going to try to address them because Heidi use the same presser foot the whole time. That makes a difference. And Cindy, yes, the blocks do have points. So anytime there's a point, I use a scant 1/4 inch seam. I went to a class one time and they said, you know, if you just move your needle over to do that scant 1/4 inch seam, which is 1 or 2 threads. I mean, that's all that is, 1 or 2 threads. But if you think, one thing that made an impact with me is the instructor that taught that said, if you were off even 1/8 of an inch by the time you do your 8th block, you're off an entire inch.
Yeah.
So
it's really important to have a quarter, your 1/4 inch, and at least be consistent. If whatever you're using, make sure you use it through the whole project, so that I think consistency, use the same ruler, use the same tools. I mean, just do exactly the same thing. Now, Wendy, this is a 1/4 inch foot, and sometimes I do use that, but I find, I find that it has a little lip right here that my seams get caught on this little extra thing. The reason why I like to use my regular foot and move my needle position over is because the surface area, if you look at the surface area on this foot, maybe should I go over here?
Oh, that would work.
Would that be better so that they can see? Okay, is that better? Okay, you can see that there's not a whole lot of room right here to hold your fabric down, but I'm going to take the regular J foot off, and then I want you to see the difference. Okay, I'm just trying to get my fingers so that I don't drop it. Okay, see how much surface area you have here that will hold your fabric down against that needle plate, and as you're going through the feed dogs, it will actually hold your fabric a little bit better and make it so that you have a more accurate 1/4 inch seam. So it doesn't hurt to do some practicing either. So whichever works the best for you and you feel the most comfortable with. So yes, and a good quality thread, absolutely. There, and you make sure that you have a good needle and that your needle position is in the right place sometimes, and always start with a fresh bobbin.
Yep.
So those are just some things. Can you think of anything else?
No. Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, let's kind of get started. So we'll have a little bit of time to kind of walk you through the first 3 blocks in this quilt. Now, the outside are called flying geese. Flying geese are very simple. You start out with a rectangle like this. Then you have squares that we're going to sew on that rectangle. But before we do that, I want to draw a line down the center of this square. So that's what's so nice about this magic wand, is because it's easy to see and to maneuver. Now, if I wanted to draw a 1/4 inch on each side, then I would lay the center line, and then this would give me a 1/4 inch here and a 1/4 inch here if I were doing half square triangles.
Right.
But we're not doing half square triangles today. So I'm just drawing a diagonal line down the center. And you will do this, each block will have 4 flying geese. So you could make all of your flying geese at once if you wanted to do that. Especially so that you do the same thing with each block. I do that a lot.
Yep.
And I always do, when I lay my block on my rectangle, I always do my left square first.
Yes.
And then I do my right square. So I do them all the same, no matter what.
Well, I feel like you don't make mistakes if you do that.
Yes, it just keeps me in line. So we have I think this is a 3.5 inch. Bless Kyle's heart. She cut these all out for us.
I know.
Which
she was
busy.
So nice. I know. I'm like, oh, and then we can cut. And she's like, Kyle did it all.
Yeah,
for us.
She did. So 3.5 inch square, and you have 2 of them. And this is a
Studio 180 design net makes the magic wand.
Oh, yes. And so the rectangle is a 6.5 by 3.5. So, and then all of the measurements are on the pattern, so you won't have to worry about that.
Yep.
So you're going to do the same thing on all of your flying geese I'm going to lay this so that the center of my drawn line goes from the left, top left, to the bottom right. And I'm going to take it to my machine and I'm going to sew right along that middle seam. And I am going to have my machine set up. Let me put my foot back on. And you can see on our machine that we have this diagonal seam tape, which is really nice to help. Let me make sure I get into sewing here. All right, I'm going to use the quilting. There's a quilting folder on this Altair, and I'm going to use the 1/4 inch foot, which is a Q-02. So that moves my needle over to the right so that I can use the edge of my presser foot as my 1/4 inch guide. And I'm going to make sure that my foot is up. And now I'm going to just sew down that drawn line I just did. Now, this would be an awesome thing to do chain piecing. So if you had all of them, all of your blocks and your squares all marked, you could do these all at once. Oh, actually, I'm going to take it to my Q1. Hold on, because I don't want to do a 1/4 inch seam with this. I want to go down the middle.
Betty Jo, my guide beam doesn't center with my needle when I turn it on either. I go in and adjust it. But once I've adjusted it, then I hit memory and then it will.
Yeah.
Then it will keep that.
We'll show you a guide beam. I don't know if we are able to see that too well with the camera. Can you kind of see that? No.
No.
The laser.
That red.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, we have that line that's down in the center that we can use as a guide. If you didn't want to, if you're confident enough, you can actually do this without drawing the lines. Right. If you feel confident if you have the guide beam.
When every single time I don't draw the line, though,
I mess up.
Yeah, I know.
I mess up.
It's not as accurate as I want it
to
be.
But yeah, on the machine you can actually move. I'll kind of move it over.
And Marilyn, yes, you do need 48 flying geese units, 12 times 4.
Yeah, so you can kind of see. One. You can move it to where it's exactly where you want it. But I'm going to just turn this off because I'm going to use my drawn line because it's easier for me. Now, when I do flying geese, there are rulers with flying geese. There are different ways that you can do flying geese, but this is so simple because I feel like this is a great beginning step. All right, so now that I have sewn, it's a good thing I did the right sides together, huh? We got to make sure you do right sides together because that would be horrible. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to flip this over. Now, some people like to trim this whole thing off to 1/4 of an inch. But I actually like to just trim the center part of it off. So I'm going to just take this is really hard for me to do this sitting down.
I know.
And I'm just going to trim 1/4 inch. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch line on my ruler. And I am just going to leave that on. So then I will take it to the iron. I will set my seam, which is another thing that's a really good tip to have, is to set your seam. And then I'm going to flip this over.
And by setting the seam, it means that she actually uses the iron to press and hold, not iron back and forth, but to press and hold, because it actually sets
the threads. Yeah, so that they'll be strong. So I'm going to take that over and use this nifty.
The quilt is called My First Quilt, Melody.
Okay. Then I'm going to just flip this up, kind of finger press it. Then I'll take and just iron it. And if you want to use steam, you can use steam. The steam actually on this. It seems
It's
to
okay.
it seems to you. I still don't get, I hear that all the time and I still don't get used to that. All right, so then that looks really nice. Now see, I don't know if you can see, there is just a little bit of white around the outside. And this is why I like to have to keep my rectangle.
Right.
Because I know that that is going to be exactly, it keeps it more accurate for me.
Right.
So
the reason that she didn't trim the white is because it makes it very accurate so that she has the 3.5 by 6.
Yeah, half.
Because when she puts right sides together and right sides together, she's going to put the white to the white. And that's where she's going to pick up her seam allowance.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay, so the next one, I'm going to do it on the left.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sew down the center. And it does overlap a little bit here up at the top. That's why you do one at a time. It kind of gives it, it's a little bit forgiving too. That's why I don't trim my back piece. I mean, we all want to think that we are just perfect in our sewing.
Yes, you do get a lot of, you don't get a lot of bulk, you do get some bulk on there, but it also gives you a very nice back because it's all one color.
Okay, so I'm going to take it and set my seams again. Then I'm going to use I don't know if I'll ever get used to that, right? Okay, so here we go. Here is our flying geese. Okay, so this side looks really pretty good. I actually made it, but on this side, there was just a little bit extra because I know now that my square is going to be just perfect.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do this 4 times. And each time that will be the top. And I'll just lay out our blocks here. So the first one, do we have any questions? Do you want me to do 4? Should we do all 4? We don't have a whole lot of time.
We don't have a whole lot of time. So
all right, so let's just pretend that we're going to do 4 of these. Okay, once we have our 4 flying geese, I'll just use our, they're going to be like this. Okay, it's going to be like this, and then they're all going to be look like this. Then we're going to cut a 3.5-inch square. So we're actually, this would be so fun with so many different colors. I could see this all different. Okay, so once we have that, we're going to lay this out. The first block is basically just a square that we're going to put in the center. So that will be our first block. So we'll sew these 2 together and these 2 together. Do the same here and the same here. Then we will sew this row to this row and this row to this row and press as we go. So when you are nesting your seams, that's another thing. We're going to talk about nesting our seams with our next block. So the next block is going to be a 4 patch. So we've cut our squares and we're going to put the first 2 together and we're going to sew a 1/4 inch. I feel like I'm doing this all by myself.
Do you want me to sew?
Do you want to sew?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'd be happy to sew.
Okay, so we're going to do a 1/4
and iron.
And yeah, you can have the joy of that, of the iron, because you know how to do it. Okay, so we're going to set up our machine with the 1/4 inch. So then you can use the edge of your presser foot for the 1/4 inch.
All right.
So now she's going to sew a 1/4 inch. And then here she can actually chain piece, because when she's done here, then she can go ahead and put the next one through with right sides together. Always have to remember right sides together. Perfect.
All right. I am going to then take this to the iron, but here is where we have to think a little bit because I
Yes.
want to nest mine. So one of the rules is always press to the dark. So I'm going to set my seam. Then I'm going to open this up and I'm actually going to press so that my seam allowance goes to the dark side. Now there's a lot of debate. Do you want to press your seam open? Do you want to, whatever.
Yeah.
I always like to press to the dark. So I'll do the exact same here.
Well, and it's good for nesting also to press it to one side rather than pressing it open.
And I feel like if it's a quilt you're going to use, your seams are stronger if you don't press open. Okay.
Marvelous.
I love that iron.
You do.
Yeah. Okay, so now if I turn these over, what you can see is that I want this to go here and here. If I turn it over, when I have pressed to the dark, I have one seam that goes this way, one seam that goes this way. So this is like magic. It's like Legos or Lincoln Logs or whatever. When I put these together, I actually can feel with my fingers that they kind of interlock right there. And then I can get a perfect seam without pinning it.
Right. So you can pin,
I can
or
pin.
you can't, or you don't need to pin because you can actually feel it when they're nested
Right.
together.
And then I don't get a lot of bulk.
Yes.
And my quilter really appreciates that. Right, Peggy?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Do you want me to sew those together?
Yes. And I'll try and do a mock-up here of our block so that you can kind of see.
Okay. Now, if this is your first quilt or you're a new quilter, or I have a few of you out there that are a little OCD, you definitely can put a pin right through that seam and hold it in place.
Yes.
Okay, moment of truth. I'm going to take and I'm going to set my seam. Then I'm going to open this up and I'm going to press. Oh, you're going to just love this. Okay, Jackie, there you go.
Ah, that's wonderful. Okay, so then you go ahead and put that in the center. Look how cute. I'm kind of doing a little this is
a little mock-up.
This is kind of stressful because I kind of get you going crazy putting it the right way.
Yeah, Deb, I did not mean you at all because you would have about 16 pins in that. But do you see how that center meets exactly because I had that nested?
Yes, and it looks so cute. So then we will just follow the same what is that I want to say? Procedure. We want to do the same procedure. So we sew our 3 blocks, our rows together, our individual blocks, and then we sew the rows together. So look how cute that is. That you can kind of see that a little bit better. Yep, that's darling.
Yep, so fun.
Yes.
We're 2 blocks done.
I know. Is that so fun? All right, the next one is almost similar to a 4-patch, but it's called a 9-patch block. So we have, here we'll show you. We're going to be working with 9 squares. We do the same thing as we did with the 4-patch.
Barb has her kit today, so yay! Barb, your 3-block homework already done.
All right, so there's the center block. So what we're going to do is we're going to sew these 2 together, and we're going to actually chain piece. So I'm going to hand these to Allison.
Okay.
And we're going to do all of these rows together. And then she can chain piece all of these. Okay, make sure that they're nice and
straight.
so she'll cut those apart and then go ahead and press them.
My best dream.
Or sometimes, before you do that, sometimes I like to do it after I'm all done. So then I know which direction to press my seams.
Right now I'm just pressing to the dark.
All right, perfect. So now we can put our
Charlotte, this
blocks.
is in the club as well.
We can put our blocks down. I always like to lay things down so that I'm doing it right. So now we can go ahead and we can sew chain piece and do these 3. Okay. And it makes it even more fun when you can sew with a friend.
And they do all the work.
And it works perfect.
Yeah, if you can find a friend that will do all your pressing for you,
there you go.
That is the best day to sew. Okay, now let's talk about pressing.
Okay. So now you go ahead and break those apart and then go ahead and press them in the right direction. I always like to lay it out first on my ironing board.
So lay it this way. So I know I'm going to press this towards this way. Then this right here, I'm going to press going the opposite way so I can nest my seams. And then I want to press this going this way.
Yeah, that iron is pretty cool.
If you can get your childhood trauma of steam out of your brain.
Okay, so now all we have to do is we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to sew our rows together and we're going to be nesting 2 seams instead of just 1.
Okay, so this is where I'm not as confident. So can I have a couple of pins?
Yes, I always pin. I'm a pinner. So I'm
really good to feel with one because I feel like I can keep it together. But if I have to do 2, what I want to do is I want to nest. I want to make sure that my seams match right here. And then I'm just going to put a pin right in that seam here.
Yeah, and you could also use magic clips as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those work great. Look at you go. And here we've almost done, well, because we didn't do all of our flying geese, but less than an hour.
We have 3 blocks done.
Yes. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time.
And those of you that are working on your quilty land, you're 1 hour away from a spin. Okay.
Okay, she's going to press that. Now, sometimes when I'm doing a 9 patch, I will press my seams open at the end.
Do you?
Sometimes just to get rid of some of the bulk, because we're going to have bulk right here at the points on this flying geese right here. And right here, you can see that there's a little bit of bulk. So I sometimes will open my seams just to get rid of a little bit of that.
I never do because I'm lazy.
So it's definitely a preference for sure.
Maybe I should sew these before I go.
That might be helpful. So a 9 patch is just 9 squares, alternating with 2 different colors.
I do not run over my
Yeah, it's not a good habit to run over your pins.
Pins. So I always stop, but you have to kind of just make sure that you have enough.
Underneath the presser foot. That's why I
But
like
it holds
to
it.
use the regular presser
Yes.
foot, because it does hold it down, and then it won't keep it from shifting as much. Oh my goodness, look how cute that is.
Okay.
Yes, and Cindy, you're right. Cutting takes forever. If you could take the cutting out, look how darling that is.
Yes.
And so
look
then
how
you
fun.
follow the same procedure.
Yes,
in
everybody needs a
sewing.
Kyle to take home.
Yeah, for sure. But it's a lot of fun. So you sew the three blocks together, and then you sew your rows together, and there you have it. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just cute?
Yes.
So we're going to change out the center. There's the other one. And then the first one is just a regular square. Now, this would be really fun to do some embroidery or something.
Oh, absolutely. Wouldn't that be so cute?
You could do
the
some
year.
Really fun.
If this really is truly your first quilt, wouldn't this be a fun place to put your
so cute.
Put your tag?
Yeah.
All right. So your homework tonight, if you are quilting and following along with us, is 3 complete blocks. And so you're going to do the square, the 4 patch, and the 9 patch. Yep.
And you can actually do all of your flying geese if you have time. You can do all of your flying geese for each of the blocks.
What size are the finished blocks on here? Does it say?
There's a lot.
The finished size of the quilt is 60 by 60. So
yeah, because if I were to do this, I would want to make sure all of my blocks were squared.
Yes, absolutely.
Squared up. So
the center one is 17 and a half.
Okay, I'm not seeing
it. We'll let you know tomorrow.
Yeah. We'll try and get that information for you, and maybe we can add that to to the pattern.
Yep. So, and like I said, the 2 tips that I can give you are accuracy in your cutting. So I always press my fabric before I start cutting.
Yes.
And measure twice, cut once. Accuracy in your 1/4 inch, and then stick to the same tools.
Yes.
All the way through.
Yep. Do the same thing.
Yep.
So that was so fun. That was easy. I'm excited. I think I might do
this. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll do my own
fabrics.
My own version, because it is darling.
Yes. Yeah, it's a beautiful quilt.
It will work up really fast.
Yep.
So fun.
All right.
We have it.
Do we have any questions? We have 10 minutes.
I know.
And we have some fun things to show you.
Yes, we do. Because tonight is.
So the first thing tonight is Comment Sold, 6:30 Mountain Standard Time. And we have a huge show. I don't know that we'll get through all of it, but there are some really, really fun things that we wanted to share with you. But the first thing that we have to tell you is tonight, Chris has been at it again. So with a $50 purchase tonight, that's $50.
Oh, wow.
You receive a free.
That's not hard to do.
No.
Right?
You receive a free either embroidery pattern or sewing pattern. You get both.
Oh, that is really cute.
And in celebration of Valentine's Day.
Oh, that is adorable.
Look how cute this is.
Oh, that's cute.
It's this little heart. This little heart pattern.
I love the
so you get both the sewing and the embroidery.
That's cute.
This is the 5x7 size.
Okay.
And then this is the larger size. Look how cute this is.
That is so cute.
That Crystal
that's
on a tote for her. Isn't that so
That is really cute.
Fun.
I love that. And I love the colors. That's adorable.
Yes, so fun. So that's with the $50 purchase tonight.
Oh, well,
that's just $50.
fun.
I mean, there's no, they always ask, is that before taxes, after taxes? Just spend $50.
$50.
Yeah.
That's easy to do.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right. What else do we have over here?
Well, we do have
these two cute, this quilt behind
this quilt
us,
behind us,
which is so cute.
which is
with
so fun.
the bunny and the baskets. And then I even hate to take this out, but I think this is adorable.
Yep.
Can we take, sorry,
Yes.
Abby. I'll make sure I
And
put it back.
this is also,
Look how cute this is. Oh, it's, I gave you the wrong.
this is also using that strawberry lemonade.
Oh, look how cute
Isn't
that
this
is.
so
It's a row
fun?
quilt.
It's a row quilt.
And it's
Yep.
darling. Oh, that's so fun and bright.
Yeah,
Look at those
isn't that
strawberries.
so fun? There's watermelon and strawberries and lemons down here at the bottom. So
That
we
is
also
really
have
cute.
this quilt kit.
That's darling.
So much.
Yes.
We also have some kits for these hot pads. Look how cute these hot pads are. Are those not just to die for? Just so
Those are
fun
cute.
and springy. So we will have kits to make up these
Those
hot
are
pads with
cute.
the patterns.
Is this an exclusive or is this?
No. We
It's
did.
cute.
Yeah, but so cute. I love the fun little thing.
All right.
But
and then-
this is what we've all been waiting for. We finally finished part of our sample. So if you have pre-ordered, be sure to get it paid for because
Look
any day these are
how
coming.
cute.
This is the new Kimberbell ladder quilt in the flesh.
Quilting for all seasons.
And
Oh,
it's
through
quilting-
the seasons.
quilting through the
seasons.
seasons. So if you didn't, we are selling these tonight, but just so that you guys know, those of you that have been notified that put your $25 in. But this is where
Yeah,
it just
let's
absolutely
Let's show
is
you what
incredible.
it does.
Let's look at what this does.
So you do the basic.
Mm-hmm.
You do the basic.
And then every
Bottom.
season, you have
Make sure
these
you-
little
you
add-ons.
change
You
these
change
things
these
out.
on. So you put these, like here's this little
Spring.
that
There,
you
do you
just
want me to-
button on. Spring is in the air.
You can put it there. Oh, that's darling.
Isn't that
Look
so
how cute that
cute?
little quilt
I
is.
mean, look at this stack of
so
stuff.
all of these you put on the
Mhm.
you put on the
You have this cute little
oh my word.
bloom
Look how cute.
banner that you put on. I mean,
Oh,
just
look how darling.
just so fun. I mean, this is like cup of cheer all year long.
Yeah, that's oh look at that cute banner. Oh, that
Mhm.
banner is adorable.
Yep.
This is bloom.
Yep. And there are 4 seasons. So
That is so cute.
Mindy, these we have received. We've received the majority of everything. We're just waiting for the fabric kit
kits.
from Maywood, and as soon as they come, and we have heard they've shipped to us. So as soon as they get those, they're on their way to you. So
Yeah, so that's good.
yep.
Cute.
So if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon tonight, we will have the entire kit. We have a few of those left, and yes, it's done in the hoop. Bryn, you're right. And so
Look how cute this
yeah.
is. Look at
but-
these darling.
But if not, get it paid for, because the other thing that we are doing tonight is we are going to sell all the little extra things that you need, like the stabilizer and the fray check and the
those
505
fun
spray and all
things.
the fun things. We're going to have those on sale tonight, and we're going to let you know which items you will need with the kit. So
yeah, that will be fun.
Yep.
Cute. Oh, that's adorable. I love it.
yes, we will also be doing a class. So Chris is teaching the class. So
Yeah,
so
this is really
we're
fun.
so excited.
Yes, it's adorable. It really is cute. And every time I say I'm not going to do something, and then I see it in person, and it's so cute.
I know. So
Oh, that's
fun.
adorable.
Yep.
And all of these fun little extras.
Yep. Dee says she's beyond excited for quilting through the seasons.
Yeah.
Me too, Dee. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm so excited. I've been looking at ladders.
Oh, yeah, there you
Oh,
go. Well,
Winona,
and it's perfect.
Wileen, I'm glad your daughter loved her Halloween quilt that she got today. I hope she enjoys that all year long. I know how much she loves Halloween. So,
Oh, that's so fun. Well,
and thank you all.
that was a fun day
I'm
today.
I'm so glad I had 3 at 3 today. You guys all
Yes.
do my heart good.
So we're glad that you could spend that Valentine's
Yes.
Day with us.
Yep. So we love you.
Yes.
We can't wait
We
to
do.
see you. I will see you tonight. Jackie will see
See you
you
next
next week. So
All right. Oh, another. Okay, we'll try it again.
our last.
I did it!
Yay!
Yay!
All right. Hugs and kisses.
Okay, we'll be doing some other blocks next week too.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we are going to do blocks until this quilt is completed. So
all righty. Well, you
All
take
right.
care. Okay. Mwah.